Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Race 5 Smokehouse and Grill, and today we're going to be making some steak quesadillas on the Blackstone Griddle using some Pork Mafia, Bistecmafia. This is going to be awesome. Thanks for sticking around. Like I said, we have some skirt steak here. We're going to season this up, throw it on the flat top, chop it up afterwards, make some great quesadillas. First thing we're going to do is get a lot of this loose fat off, and on the back of these, this silver skin and some of this harder fat off. So let's trim this up real quick. Now, since we're not smoking this, a lot of this fat, it just isn't going to render. You're not giving it time to render, so you want to get some of that stuff off. Now, you could spend all day trying to trim all the fat off of here and get it perfect, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to get it to a point where it looks good to me. You do the same, get it to a point where it looks good to you. Now that I have this nice and trimmed up, I'm actually going to hit it with a little olive oil. Just a little olive oil. We're going to use that as a little bit of a binder. We're also going to hit the flat top with some oil. Then we're going to hit it with our rub. Now, you could do different things with this. You can marinate it overnight. You could do different types of marinades. This, I'm just doing the olive oil and rub mixture. It's going to be great. Now that we have it seasoned up, we're going to go ahead and get the flat top started up. Let this kind of adhere to the meat a little bit longer. And then we're going to get the black top fired up, heat it up, throw these on this here. Let's go get that fired up. All right, grill's up to temperature. We are going to hit it with a little bit more olive oil on here where the steak's going to go. Then we are going to lay these glorious pieces of meat right down on here. You hear that? That's the magic working. Gonna have that nice char. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. Now we're gonna let this go a couple minutes, and before we flip, get a good char on it. Flip it over, and since these are such thin pieces of steak, they are going to cook rather quick. So we're just going to keep an eye on it for the next couple minutes and then flip. And while we're waiting, we're going to go ahead and add our grilled onions on here. Go ahead and hit the onions with a little bit of seasoning too. Why not? It's awesome. Give a quick peek, see if we're ready to turn. Oh yeah. Look at that coloring. Okay, so we've got the great char on it. Let's check the temp. We're gonna try to pull it around 135, 140-ish. See where we're at. Yep, we're right in the 140s. That one's a little bit more, 150, 154. So we're gonna pull the steak off, let that rest a little bit. We're gonna let that rest a little bit. See how these onions are doing? Onions are doing great too. So we're gonna pull those onions off as well. Now, as the steak rests, we're gonna clean this off so we had a nice clean cooking spot for the quesadilla, the tortilla, when we put it down. So let's hit this with a little water. That water helps get those big chunks off. Just look how juicy that is. So delicious this is gonna be. So you could see the lines, the grain on here. So we wanna go against the grain in order to try to keep those juices intact. So we're gonna go this way and just cut our little bit of chunks here that are gonna go into our quesadilla. I am going to cut these down a little further, but for now, this is it. And of course, we have to try a little bit. Well, look at that. So juicy, perfectly cooked. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So now I'm going to go the other way. That way we don't have huge chunks. All right, one more. Oh yeah. Okay, this steak is ready. This is gonna be enough for one quesadilla. Now we're gonna go assemble the quesadilla back on the flat top. Let's go. So let's hit it with some oil again. We're gonna get that tortilla nice and crispy. First thing we're gonna do, let's lay that tortilla down nice. Again, you can hear it starting to fry up. And I have a blend of Mexican cheeses here and Chihuahua cheese. So we're gonna hit this nice and heavy with some cheese here. A little bit on this side too, because we are gonna flip it. I'll load this guy up with steak. And some onions. Now, if you don't think this looks good, there's something wrong with you. So, this is getting nice and melty. We're just gonna flip this over. That's what we're looking for. We're gonna let this keep heating through a little bit and make sure all that nice gooey cheese is heated up nice. But man, this is gonna be delicious. All right, we're all done here. Now we're just gonna huck this up and get into it. Look at that. That great cheese and how juicy that steak is. Oh man. Oh, this is so good. Home run. Pork Mafia, Bistecmafia. I suggest you pick it up, try it out on steak for tacos, quesadillas, whatever you want. It's fantastic. The that. Now, just dig in. You got your guac or your sour cream or your pico. Throw it all on there, get in there. But this, as it is perfect. I could eat this whole thing right now. So if you like what we're doing, please give us a thumbs up, a subscribe, share this video. If you don't like it, tell me why. Hopefully to see you soon. Talk to you later. Cheers, everybody. Also follow me on social media at Facebook and Instagram. Cheers.